Sussex 3. This is in case something goes wrong, as we're shadow reorging utility against the database, applying the journal so we can go back. So as we were reorging the database, there was a lot of activity happening on the CV, and journals were being created. Each of those journals were written to the utility history database. So the first step in shadow reorg utility, which is a new utility, obviously, we need to find out what those journals are. So there's a new utility called IDMS Subtle. So you'd run IDMS Subtle with the start option. What that tells us to do is go out, get all the journals since the request point. And it rates it out to a JCL log and a DB name sys001. The next step would be to run the new shadow reorg utility statement pointing to that list of journals. And the start option will apply those journals to the database. So we'll read in the DB keys file that came out of reorg, so we can map new DB keys to old DB keys. It reads in the SR info, so it knows the database that we're reorging, shadow reorg now. And then new files, SR control, and SR DB. So as so the DB keys file is changing. So at the end of each one of shadow reorg utility, we read out the current state of the DBs for stat always stats with the work DB keys from your whatever's in SR DB keys. SR control will contain journal images for incomplete run units. So we don't apply any images to the active to the shadow database until we get to our end job, for instance, or a commit. So at the end of the journal case, if there's something that hasn't been fully applied to the database, those journals are written to SR control. Okay, so depending upon how long your reorg process takes, activities are going on in the active database, the more journals are created. So you want to catch up, you want to find out, apply those journals to your shadow. So you would run subtle again, IDMS Subtle with the resume option. And what the resume option says, only all the journals that haven't been processed. So again, if I set out the sys001 DB name in your JCL, and then you run shadow reorg utility to apply that to the journal. And again, it's using SR info and SR control and SR DB keys. You can see here that when resume runs, we don't use the work DB keys from reorg. We're using the intermediate file that we've created, SR DB keys. So you run subtle resume to get the journals. You run shadow reorg resume to apply those journals. And then there's a checkpoint. You as the DB needs to decide, do I want to go to the final step of shadow? Do I want to get that final set of journals and apply them to the shadow database? Or do I want to repeat the sequence of subtle resume and shadow reorg? You know, you repeat this process up until the point you feel comfortable with the number of journals left to apply. You provide a report and you run at this point. It will tell you all the journals for that one of shadow reorg and which ones have been processed and which ones have not been processed. Okay. So once you've decided that you want to end the shadow reorg process, the next thing you need to do is query the database again. This time you're going to call that SR. We're going to swap the journal. So when we did the first quiesce, the next journal after that was the journals that we need to apply. And then this is the last journal here that's going to get created. So the quiesce is going to write that journal out to the utility history database, and it's also going to write out the quiesce event so that we know when to start and stop processing journals. And just like the first quiesce, we need to go out and make sure that happens. So we jump back to the CV and make sure the database is quiesced and not quiescing. So now we have the final set of journals. And we would run one resume and one, subtle resume and one shadow resume to apply those journals to the database. After that final shadow reorg resume, your shadow database is logically equivalent to the active database. Nothing's happened on the active database since we took that quiesce point, and until we bring that database, after that quiesce point at the top SRN, there's no activity on the active database for a brief period until we bring the files back online. So after the final shadow reorg resume, we make the fourth copy of the database. We make this copy in case there's an error.